Hi, I'm Claire and I've just launched a Patreon campaign to support this channel as well as my podcast. If you're watching this, you probably already know that on this channel I make videos about nerdy bookish things. You may also have heard a bit about my fanish podcast, Radio Free Fandom, where I speak to a new guest every episode about the media and stories that we love. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's basically a monthly tip jar for content creators. Patreon lets you support creators whose content you love by donating to them every month. You can choose how much you want to pledge from as little as $1 a month. And on top of the warm fuzzy feels you'll get from helping support content that you love, you can also get cool perks. Now, why am I on Patreon? All the content that I make is free for everyone to enjoy, and it's also ad-free right now. But it's not actually free for me to produce. So far, I've shouldered those costs myself, but that's not sustainable forever. Also, both the podcast and the YouTube channel represent a pretty major investment of time. It's basically all I do in my weekends ever. The first few years that I was on YouTube, I was able to make a tiny amount of money from my videos. It didn't cover my costs, but it helped a bit. And then in February 2018, YouTube changed its minimum requirements to enter their partner program, and my channel lost partnership status, which means that now I literally cannot monetize my videos anymore. The silver lining is that no one gets any ads in front of my videos anymore, but it did prompt me to look for other ways to make my content creation process more sustainable. This is where you come in. With your support, I want to improve my skills and level up my game. I want to create better, more ambitious content, and I want to make things you want to see. If you enjoy what I do and you'd like to support me, the channel, and the podcast, Patreon is now an option for you to do that. If you'd like to donate just $1 a month, you'll get a shout out on the podcast and in the end cards of every video. And if you decide to donate a little more, you'll also get to vote on future content and suggest topics for monthly recommendation lists. Plus, there's more exciting content to come as we reach various milestone goals, from a Q&A video to deep dive podcast specials. I'll leave a link to my Patreon page in the description box below. It'd be great if you would check out the campaign and maybe consider supporting me. If you would rather make a one-off donation than a recurring payment, you can also check out my Ko-fi page, which will also be in the description box. And of course, retweets are free and always very much appreciated. For those of you who can't or who don't want to donate through Patreon, don't worry. Nothing is going away. There's not going to be a paywall. You will still get all of the same videos and podcast episodes as you do now. Whether or not you pledge to this campaign, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching this. To everyone who's been watching the channel, listening to the podcast, leaving comments, emailing and tweeting me, it means the world to me whenever I hear from you. And I'm so excited to keep making stuff for you to enjoy. If you'd like to see more from me, you can check out a previous video on screen right now. And if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button that's on my face for a new video from me every week. I've been Claire, thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.